We've decided to take the four-legged members of our family with us on our cross-Atlantic sailing journey from North Germany to South Alabama. We have taken every precaution to keep them safe and happy. Captain Jack and Scout are no strangers to sailing. They've been sailing with us since they were 4 months old. We've added a sea fence to Seafalca for safety and also have other precautions like life vests, harnesses, tethers, and even their own Moby Man Overboard Indicator from NASA Marine, which is a fail-safe transponder system that will alert us with a very loud signal if anyone, including the Seadogs, go overboard. On sailing vessels Seafalca, all crew, both two-legged and four-legged, will be wearing their own personal Moby transponder. As we've mentioned in other videos, the Seadogs have also gotten many shots, health certificates, and even a European pet passport to protect them. But even with all these precautions, dogs, just like people, can get seasick or get a nasty cut or even break a bone. We have an amazing veterinarian back in Gulf Shores, Dr. Nietjse Langston of Magnolia by the Gulf Animal Clinic. Not only is she an excellent doctor of veterinarian medicine, but she's also a sailor. This means she knows exactly what being on the open water in a sailboat is like for people and for pups. She put together a very complete first aid kit for Captain Jack and Scout and was gracious enough to let us film this video of her explaining every detail for keeping our canine crew safe at sea.
This is our doggy first aid kit for traveling on the boat. We're going to start with, on our list here, probably one of the most important things is ondansetron. It's the same thing as Zofran. Dogs can take it. They're going to get one of these. They can have it every 8 to 12 hours, and that's for nausea and vomiting.
Okay. And do they take that before they get sick, or?
Actually, I would wait, and if you're seeing an issue is when I would start it.
Okay. Now, on a dog, how can you tell they're seasick?
If they start to vomit.
Okay, so that's how you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess kind of like people.
Or even look for the dull look on their face.
Okay.
That's what you're going to look for.
Okay, good.
Next we have Heartworm, which is an anti-inflammatory, very equivalent to us taking an Ibuprofen. So say we take a jump, we fall down, we got a little lameness, we're sore, perfect to use for that. Next,
like if they step on a thorn or
get a
sharp
swollen toe, anything that you would take ibuprofen for, the Heartworm will work great in them. And there are actually dosages on here for Scout and for Captain Jack, because they are just a little bit different.
Okay. Yeah, they're about 10 pounds difference between them.
We've got another, this is Tramadol, which Tramadol is used for pain. Say, heaven forbid, we break a toe, break a limb, anything like that. You can actually use your Heartworm and the Tramadol together for something with severe pain. Those can go together. Next, we'll go over some antibiotics. First, we're going to do the metronidazole. Metronidazole is a great antibiotic. It's also known as Flagyl, and it is used primarily for diarrhea. So we drink a little too much salt water, we get into something, eat something we shouldn't. Metronidazole is great for that.
They're like bugs and frogs and little crawling things that make them sick.
Once you start that, you want to do about a 5-day course of it. Even if things are great in 24 hours, continue that for 5 days.
Okay.
Now, along with that, if we have about a watery diarrhea, this is called Diawin, and it is kind of like a Kaopectate tablet for dogs. You can give this every 8 to 12 hours. So if somebody's having a bad episode, this is great to use, and you can use it with the metronidazole. Okay, our other two antibiotics. This one is called amoxiclav, or Clavovox is the other name for it. It is used, I use it if we have a skin infection, we get a nail bed infection, you know, any abscess it works great on, great for skin. So anything like that, you're going to use this antibiotic.
Okay.
Usually you're going to do a 7-day course of that. The other antibiotic is ciprofloxacin. If we have diarrhea that is not resolving with the metronidazole, you want to start Cipro. If for some reason we got an anal gland infection, use Cipro, or anything back around the anus. Also works great for urinary tract infection. So if we're straining to urinate, if we're dribbling more than normal, go ahead and start a round of Cipro.
Okay, good.
And UTIs are one thing that could be more common because their drinking may not be as normal, so they're not emptying that bladder like they should. This might be your best friend. This is acepromazine, which is a sedative. So, you know, if we're having a bad day, if you've been out at sea for 20 days and they have just had it and they're, you know, upset and anxious, give them a dose of this.
Okay.
Or say you have to be gone from the boat a little longer than normal and, you know, they're upset and anxious, give them a dose of this. And both their doses are on here. You will see them develop with this, you know, it's not going to knock them out, but they will get kind of the red eyes, their little third eyelids will come up. You know, they're going to be pretty droopy and drowsy from this. Usually last anywhere from about 12 to 24 hours in their system. Prednisone we use for allergic reactions. So, you know, if for some reason we were to break out in hives, we're super itchy, swelling around the eyes or face, muzzle, anything like that, start the prednisone.
Yeah, that could be good for Captain Jack because he has so many allergies.
Right. And also, you know, as far as over-the-counter stuff, definitely be sure you have some Benadryl on hand. So,
and they could just take like half a Benadryl, or
actually, I would give Scout can have a whole, and Captain Jack can have 1.5.
Okay, good.
So, here we basically have, this is just your Interceptor, which is your heartworm preventative. And it serves as a monthly dewormer for all the intestinal parasites. And then the next guard is actually your flea and tick pill that you're going to give once a month to each of them.
Both of those are once a month?
Both are once a month, and I will usually say give one day, give one the next.
Okay.
Just so we don't put an upset stomach. Maxiotic is for an ear infection. If we've got yucky, brown, purulent debris coming from the ears, go ahead and use this. Treat for a good 5 to 7 days with this once you start it. The next is 2 different ophthalmic medications. The ofloxacin is good if for some reason we got a scratch on the eye, we're squinting, painful with it, green discharge, yellow discharge, start the ofloxacin drops. Okay. The other one, this is actually an ointment, and it's basically a triple antibiotic ointment for the eye. So if we were to get a scratch or something, anything around the eye, you can use this, and it's safe if it gets in the eye.
So even if they like rub the eye or
yes, both of these are safe to use in the event that we get an ulceration or anything on it.
Okay.
So,
very good.
We love this. This is silver sulfidazine cream. We use this for burns or for wounds that are going to be open wounds and have to heal as an open wound to protect the tissue. We'll move on to the bandage material. This is our favorite material we use. It's called vet wrap. The most important thing is you don't want to take it and wrap up a toe or a leg. What you want to do is you want to actually pull it off like this, roll it up, and then that way you can loosely apply it because you can create a tourniquet with it, and you don't want to cut off blood supply.
Okay.
But it sticks to itself. It's a we use it all the time here for bandaging. These are just some non-stick bandages to have on hand, and then some various.
And those will attach to a dog?
They will not, but put that over the wound and follow with some of this on top of it.
Okay.
You can use this and also triple antibiotic ointment on top of a wound.
Okay.
Hopefully you won't need any of that. If we tear a nail, or we were to have just a little area, like say on the ear that gets torn and is bleeding excessively, I'm going to send you with, these are styptic sticks, which is silver nitrate to cauterize. You're going to want to open it from this end, from just the wooden end. And then you'll actually take this and just apply it to that area that's bleeding, or if the nail is bleeding, just apply it to the end of it. And that's basically going to cauterize it.
Okay, good.
Just so you'll know, if you...
It already has the medicine on it?
Yep.
Okay.
It's already on there. If you touch this on your skin, or you touch their nail that you put it on, you're going to end up with a little temporary freckle. So...
Oh. Okay.
So if you get really bored, you can draw pictures on each other while you're out at sea.
You never know when you do a fun family activity.
We are going to demonstrate how to put a bandage on the foot. Let's say that Miss Scout actually was playing, running around the boat, and she got a cut down here on her paw. What you're going to want to do is take some clean water, just rinse that off initially. Then you're going to dry it off, just pat it dry. You'll take some triple antibiotic ointment, put that on, and then you're going to put your little bandage, your little non-stick bandage over it.
Okay.
And then we're going to use we call it vet wrap, or human world, they call it Coban. But this is where you take it off, pull it so that you're not wrapping it on and getting it too tight. We're going to roll this back up and get all of this ready first before you start the bandage process. We're going to put this on. Now what we want to do is wherever the wound is, you're going to want to go a little higher up so that you've got something to anchor and hold that on.
Okay.
So we're going to wrap her entire foot up. If we just wrap this area, it's very easy to make a tourniquet on her foot and cut off the blood supply to her toes. So we're going to wrap it just like that.
Just think, Scout, this isn't even a real injury.
And then the last and most important step is we're going to take a little piece of our tape. Right here we have elasticon.
Okay.
And we're going to put it part way on the bandage, and part way on the hair. And this is going to be what actually keeps that bandage on and in place for us. With a dog, without this piece of tape, you are just going to see the bandage just slide right off of the foot.
Okay. All right, good.
And then you're good.
Good job, Scout.
And most wounds, I would recommend to change a bandage daily with them.
Okay.
So
Good.
stay safe.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. If you want bonus content and cool rewards, please join our crew on Patreon. The link is in the description below.